Reeves abandoned by tax experts. Remember last week, Labour MPs and the BBC were holding this guy up, Dan Neil, who's apparently a tax expert, and he was fawning over Labour's plot to destroy British farming. Of course, the BBC failed to reveal that he is a Labour activist and a Labour member, but nevertheless, he was held up by the Labour Party and the BBC as this fantastic expert who knew what he was talking about and the plan was the right one. Now, Reeves and Labour have been left absolutely humiliated after this Dan Neil character decided to publish fresh advice saying that this policy is going to clobber hard-working farmers. He said that the number of farms that are going to be affected, where Labour was saying it's only going to be 500 per year, is actually not true, and it's going to be much higher than first thought. The idea of this policy was to go after people like Jeremy Clarkson, who did effectively buy land to dodge inheritance tax. But as Clarkson himself said, all they're going to do is put that money into trusts and it'll disappear anyway. So it's not going to affect their personal wealth and it's not going to go into the treasury. Instead, it is going to hit hard-working farmers on working farms who rely on farming and have done for generation after generation for their livelihoods. Not to mention the country relying on these people for their food. The reason for this guy's U-turn, I don't know, but it is a complete 180 now, what he's saying. He's supposed to be an expert. You're supposed to get this kind of thing right in the first place. He said some individual farmers won't be able to plan and will pay too much, whereas people who aren't farmers will keep using farmland as an inheritance tax planning vehicle comparatively unaffected by the budget. There you have it. Labour, Reeves, completely isolated. Nobody backs this policy now, even a Labour activist, so-called expert, who couldn't even get the expert advice right.